What's good, guys? My name is Mahoma. I am a fitness coach. I help skinny men build muscle and boost their confidence. And I was able to go from 65 kg skinny guy all the way to 85 kg of pure muscle. And on this video, I'm going to explain how I was able to help one of my clients, KAIRA, go from very skinny guy, less confident, all the way to 75 kg of pure muscle. I'm going to break down all the systems that we use to help him achieve his fitness goal and how my coaching was able to help him make it easier for him. So I'm gonna break down all the steps that he took, and hopefully by the end of the video, you guys gain a little bit of value. All right. So when Kyra reached out to me, his main goal was to build muscle, get stronger, overcome bad habits, boost his confidence, and feel good in his own skin. So the first step that we did when he reached out to us was teach him about nutrition, because he had no idea how to use nutrition to his advantage to build muscle. So that's the first thing that we did, and then we made it so simple that a 10-year-old can understand. The second thing that we did was teach him about training and how to train properly with the right technique and how to progressive overload without hitting plateau. So you will see most of the time a lot of skinny guys plateau very quickly when it comes to training. So you see within the 6 months period of time, they find it very hard to add more weight. So that's why we teach him, and I will show you all the system that we use to make sure he continue making progress. Now, the first step was the training part. So when it comes to the training, he used to train 5 times a week, but he was very inconsistent with the training. And most of his training were lasting anywhere from 1 hour, 30 minutes to sometimes 2 hours or even more. So that's the first thing that we have to fix. Also keep this in mind. Kaida is a very busy guy. So he works night shifts. He got other things going on. Now, for him to be training 5 times a week and those workout lasting anywhere from 1 hour, 30 minutes to 2 hour or even more, it's not realistic. And that's the reason why he couldn't be very consistent with the training. So what I did, I changed the workout routine from training 5 times a week to training 4 times a week. And we use the upper body, lower body split. And I believe the upper body, lower body split probably is the best workout split if you're trying to build muscle as a skinny guy. And at the same time, while he was training 5 times a week, he wasn't really sure what he was doing was actually working for him. And we were able to help him fix all of that. So right now, I'm going to show you how we were able to help Kyra track his workout perfectly and then finally be able to build muscle. Now, the first step that we took was the workout plan. So we have to come up with a workout plan that can actually work out for him, not just some random workouts from anywhere else. So everyone's body type is different. Some people will find it very hard to progress with bench press. Other people will find it very easy to progress with the bench press. So everyone's body type is different. So once we gain a little bit of data from Kaida, that's when I was able to plan out his workout plan. So what we did was to plan out his exercises. So we did an upper body, lower body split. And based on the data that we get from him, that's when I started planning out his exercise that he needed to do. And then the other thing that we did was the intensity and the technique that he need to use in each of these exercises. So for example, in here we got the myo reps. In this one as well, we got myo reps, and we got another one which is complete length in partial position. We got some exercise training to failure. So everything is different, but for everyone it's gonna be different. And then on this section, this will explain how you can use the techniques properly. So we got a lot of techniques that he's gonna be using as time goes. And then the other thing is the rep branch. So each of these techniques will have different type of rep branches. So we normally play with it and figure out which one is gonna be the best rep branch for him to maximize his muscle growth. So the other thing that we did was the tracking. So we teach him how to track his workout effectively with our systems and our spreadsheet. So this is how he track his workout. So on the first week, he did a leg press machine. So he used 40 kg. So he will insert how much weight is used and how many sets he'll be doing. So on this one, he did 40 kg for 3 sets, and the rep range were anywhere from 12 and 9. So what we did, we have to compare his first week of doing leg press machine to the second week. And on the second week, instead of increasing the weight, he decreased the weight to 37 kg, and he did 10, 15, and 12 reps. All right. So what happened with our spreadsheet systems? Well, we make it so simple and so accurate that you can't actually cheat. Our goal was to either increase the weight every single week or either increase the reps every single week. So as you can see on the second week, he decreased the weight, and that's why it turns red. And on the first set, he did 10 reps. So that's why he turned reps. Then the reason why he turned reps, that means he should either go up on weight or in reps compared to the first week, because he did 40 kg on the first week. So that means he should be doing 40 kg or more for him to be able to continuously making progress. And that's why it turns red. So what we normally do every single week, we try to figure out why wasn't he able to increase the weight and what's actually going on. And that's how we normally fix those issues so that he can actually be able to make progress over time. And if you see on this on the third week, so he increased the weight to 80 kg and he was able to do 13 reps, 12 reps, and 10 reps, which is really good progression as you can see from the tracking data. And that's the same thing we apply with all the exercise that he do. So that's the beauty of tracking your workout. So you can actually see what's going wrong and we can fix it. So, for example, on his 6 week, so he was struggling to progress overload with the T-bar row. So what we did, we changed the exercise from T-bar row to cable rows, and he was able to make better progress with that exercise. So that's why it's so important to track your workout, and it's actually really beautiful because you can see all the numbers that you have done from the beginning of time, and it can actually give you clarity where you are. And we actually help Kyra with all these steps to make sure he's doing everything right. And then the other thing that we do after every 8 weeks, so he will do a deload. He will decrease the intensity of the workout so that he can speed up his recovery. But you only need a deload if you're actually doing everything right and you actually training really hard. That's the only time you're gonna need a deload. So basically, he do an upper body lower body split. So what we did on his deload week, he's gonna rest 2 days and he's gonna only train 2 days just to speed up his recovery. At the same time, by the end of the 8 weeks, so we take a picture of him and see where he's at. So we're tracking his workouts, we're tracking his diet, and we're also tracking how he looks so that we can make some adjustment with the training and the splits as well. So right now, so every week we jump on a call to make sure he's doing everything right. But every 8 weeks, we do one call whereby we try to assess his physique to make sure he's on the right path. And what I normally do in every 8 weeks, we try to see which body parts are not, which body parts are lagging so that we can pick those weak body parts. So right now, for example, his upper chest is a bit lagging. And the other thing that I noticed with his physique, his forearms were growing bigger compared to his bicep. So that could be an issue with the technique, or he probably lifting a lot of weights that can compromise him targeting his biceps. So that's one of the reasons why we take a picture and then we try to assess. So based on Kaira's assessment, for the next 8 weeks, he will be doing an upper body, lower body, upper body, and on the last day, he will only train upper chest, bicep, and back just to bring out the weaker body parts. And that's how we help our clients not only build muscle but build an aesthetic physique that actually look attractive. So now that the training part is done and you guys understood how we were able to help him plan out his workout routine, how to track the training by the looks as well. So now we're gonna move on to the nutrition part. So when it comes to the nutrition part, Kyra didn't know about calories, how much calorie he's gonna need to build muscle consistently every single week. So if you're trying to build muscle, we want to make sure the scale is going up every single week. It could be either by 0.1 kg or 0.3 kg or whatever it is, but we want to make sure the scale is going up. And also, while the scale is going up, we want to make sure it's pure muscle. We don't want to be gaining a lot of fat. We want to gain more muscle than fat every single week. So that is the main goal. The other thing is that he didn't know much about his carbohydrates, his proteins and fats. And so first of all, what we did was to find out what is his maintenance calories. And then from there, we are able to calculate how much calorie he's gonna need for him to continuously build muscle. So right now, I'm gonna show you every single step that it took for him to be able to fix his diet, build muscle, and boost his confidence. Now, the first thing that he did, I sent him a link to this website. It's called Calorie Net. So I'll put the link in the bio so that you guys can use the link and calculate your calories. So when you come to the website, the first thing that you need to do inside your age, your gender, your height, your weight. So make sure these things are accurate. In your weights, if you are not familiar with the kg, you can count it in pounds. So these are different units that you can use in here. The next thing that you need to do is your activity level. You want to make sure this one is as accurate as possible because this will determine how much calorie you're going to need. For example, if you're someone that is really busy, you work 6 times a week, 40 hours plus, and then you end up choosing the little to no exercise or activity level, that won't give you the right accurate calorie that you're gonna need to build muscle. So you want to make sure this one is right. So once you insert all your data in here, it will tell you how much calories you're gonna need, how much protein, fat, and carbohydrates you're gonna need. And then from there, that's when I will design his diet plan. Now, everyone's diet plan is going to be different. Just to keep that in mind. So in here we got his meals, we got the foods that he's going to be eating. So we also have how much calorie each food will contain, how much protein, carbs, and fats. So everyone's diet plan is going to be different. So with Kaira, we include the foods that he actually like to eat on a daily basis and the food that are easily accessible to him so that he won't be struggling or overthinking about what he's going to be eating. And we also let him know how much calorie each food contains, how much protein, how much carbs, and also how many fats he'll be consuming on the daily basis. So now that he know what type of food he need to eat and how many calories he's going to need for him to build muscle, the next thing he's going to do is track everything on my fitness pal. So this is a free app. You can download it on your Android or on your iPhones. So whatever he eat during the day, so for example, 4 eggs, two slices of whole grain bread, one banana, one scoop of whey protein, and 1 teaspoon of pea butter. So basically that's his breakfast. So whatever he eat during this day, he will insert that on my fitness pal, which is a free app to use. And then he's gonna do the same thing for all his meals, which is the breakfast, lunch, dinner, and his snacks. And by the end of the day, he will insert on his spreadsheet how much protein he consumed, how many carbs, and how many fats. Also, keep in mind, it's not every single day you're gonna be able to hit the amount of calories you're gonna need to build more. Sometimes you can go a bit higher, sometimes it's gonna be low. But at the end of the day, we wanna get the average. So for him, the average is anywhere from 2,900 all the way to 3,400. So this is really important. And then we make this very simple that, trust me, a 10-year-old can understand this. It's very simple to do. And then the last thing that we do is the long-term planner. So how he's gonna be tracking his weight. Okay. So when Karen started training with us, he was 66 kg. So what I do with this spreadsheet, once you insert your weight, it will predict how much weight you should be gaining every single week. So for example, in his first week, he was gaining anywhere from 66.1 kg to 66.3 kg. So that was the estimated weight that he was gaining every single week. Now, if he's gaining any less weight than this, that means we need to increase the calories. And then if he's gaining a lot of weight faster, so that means we need to decrease the calories a bit because we don't want to gain a lot of fat in the process of building muscle. And the other thing that we do on this spreadsheet is the phases. So here we got mass, which means gaining phase. So basically, it's building muscle. We got another one which is maintenance, and then we got another one which is losing fat. So for example, if he end up adding a lot of fat, so we use that phase for him to focus on losing fat. But for now, his main goal is to build muscle. So this is the spreadsheet that we use to make sure he's tracking his weight over time. All right. So let's say, for example, right now he's on holidays. So what we did, we changed these phases to maintenance. And the reason why we did that, because at that point, while he's on holidays, he won't be training and he probably wouldn't be able to hit his calorie intake. And within that period of time, our main goal is to maintain all the muscle that he gained during that time. And this is the systems that I use to help my clients build muscle. It's very simple and easy to follow. Now, the last part is the coaching. Okay. So when Kara approached me that he wanted to build muscle, boost his confidence, one thing that I noticed with him, he wasn't lazy at all. The only problem is that he didn't have any structure in place. He had no plan and no one to hold him accountable. Especially accountability was the big thing in this program. Okay. So Kyra was training 5 times a week, getting his mail, spinning in circles, and the effort was definitely there, but the results were not coming up. But once he joined our program, everything changes. We built him a plan based on his lifestyle. That's the most important thing. Don't just try to use random workout plans or diet plan. It's not going to work out in the long run. And now he got clear on what to eat, how to train, and how much rest he's going to need in the consistent basis. And most importantly, he had me on his corner all the time. I check on Kaida every single week, let's say 2 to 3 times every week to make sure he's doing everything right. We get to talk about everything when it comes to training, mindset, confidence, and much more. So me being on his corner made the process very simple for him. And the other thing that we do the check-ins. So I call him all the time. If I feel like he's slowing down, he's getting lazy or whatever, I have to be there because that's my job. I have to be there to make sure he's doing everything right. So that's me with him on the call. So that's when we go through his diet tracking, his workouts, every single thing to make sure he's doing everything right. And that's how I was able to help kind of go from 66 kg to 75 kg of pure muscle. Now, this is what happened when you stop guessing and start being guided. Now, guys, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys gain a little bit of value from this video. And if you are someone who has been struggling to build muscle, boost his confidence, get healthier, and you are tired of spinning your wheels around, I want to put a link down this video. Book a one-to-one call with me, and I will reach out to you. So this is the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and then I will see you on the next video.